I'm going to read a brief bit of a scene near the start of the novel where Caitlin and her FBI colleague, Brianne Rainey, are interviewing two children who have survived an attack by the Midnight Man that killed their parents. And they're trying to be gentle, but get the truth of what happened to them. The little girl, Natalie, was wringing her hands. She had dropped her stuffed bear. Caitlin knelt by the girl's side and handed her the toy. It felt damp, perhaps from being held to Natalie's face while the little girl sobbed. "Did you see him?" Caitlin said. The girl nodded tightly. She whispered, "Eyes." "What about his eyes?" The child raised her hands, palms out. Eyes were on his hands. An electric shock seemed to run down Caitlin's arms. She exchanged a sharp glance with Rainey. "What do you mean?" Caitlin said quietly. "He opened the closet door and saw us. He had gloves on, but he pulled them off, and he had eyes on his hands." "What did the eyes look like?" Natalie spread her fingers. "Big black eyes, wide and scary." Noah nodded. "He drew eyes on his palms, and he said..." The look in his own eyes lengthened to a 1,000-yard stare. He seemed lost, back in the closet, trapped by the gunman who had killed his mom and dad. Caitlin leaned forward. "What did he say?" The boy's lips seemed to move without volition, as if speaking in another voice. "I am the Legion of the Night." Jesus. His monotone sounded like an incantation, and beyond a 6-year-old's vocabulary. "You seem really sure that's what he said." He made us say it back to him. Caitlin fought a shudder. Rainey's face went stark. "Did he say anything else?" Natalie's voice was tiny. "I am beyond good and evil." She inhaled. He made us say that back too. Noah stared through Rainey now to a moment somewhere beyond the room. The darkness ate him. He wasn't there anymore. Their grandmother stood frozen, her face as pale as the paint on the walls. "But his voice stayed," Noah whispered. "It told us who he is." "He's the Midnight Man."